So today's been an interesting day, don't you agree? I mean, ever since the Saturday teaser video dropped, Twitter has been in a frenzy. I'm sure Discord Click has also been a frenzy, as well as all over the net where 21 Pilots fans live. It's so crazy. In fact, I'm actually recording this video super early. It is going on 7 o'clock now. And to show you that I'm not making stuff up, here is light. That is how you know that's been a crazy day. So, I've been home for quite a bit, been watching the things back, and I've been reading a lot of theories. So, let's go ahead and break down the Saturday teaser even more, as well as spotlight a lot of theories from the community. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a really good day out there today. Hope your day is going well so far, and I hope it continues to go well. Anyway, here is everything we know about Saturday, all the Easter eggs in it so far, as well as theories from the community. Let's go. Let's start by breaking down the Saturday music video in depth. We did a nice generalization in the video I posted at noon, but now let's actually break down bit by bit by bit. We're going to be using two things. We're going to be using the 21 Pilots teaser video they upload on Instagram as well as on Twitter. We won't be showing the actual video because if we did, that means potential of copyright strikes. So we are just going to be using screenshots because copyright strikes are a bad thing. And we're also going to be using screenshots from user Adam1030 on Twitter. Presumably the 1030 is alluding to the fact that they are going to the 21 Pilots concert in Columbus, Ohio on October 30th. Hey Adam, I will see you there. And you can follow Adam on Twitter at Tyler Poggers. What an amazing name. So we're going to be using screenshots from the 21 Pilots video as well as from their video. So, and also make sure if you follow everyone who I'm going to mention in this video in the description box below, everyone will be linked there. So the music video starts off underwater. It opens up to the clear blue. Then you see a hand, presumably of Tyler. Then we go into this very dance sequence, like the submarine structure sort of thing that looks very 70s-esque, much like how the Good Dima thing was very 70s, how Sally Sakarver and Dan Leston's outfit were very 70s, and this looks like it could go straight into Soul Train. So, video goes on, everyone's having a very good time. We see Tyler and Josh on top of a submarine. Adam notes that the background looks an awful lot like Trench, to which, yes, I can see it. However, I would like to challenge this from the next shot of Josh performing on top of the submarine, which is the fact that we get these white snowy mountains in the background, which look an awful lot like the Shy Away set. Shout out to No Banana Milk Left on YouTube who pointed this out in the comment section of today's video. And I do want to interject one thing here. Did anyone notice that a bishop makes an appearance in this shot? Right in the back. Right in the back there. The next shot you see is Josh Dunn and a guitar player. Now this is one of the guitar players from the live stream experience, and the guitar player we see is Daniel Garotti, so we can assume that every other member of the Psy band is going to be there. Everyone from Skylar Accord to Tom Gubberman to Paul Meany to Dr. Blum, and hashtag Justice for Psy Band for absolutely no reason. If we just take a look at this shot of Josh and Daniel one more time, we do see that this window in the background looks an awful lot like the Dima map as well. And then we see a split frame of Tyler looking up at the ceiling, and everyone behind him is starting to freak out. But Tyler is just stagnant, like he knows what's coming, much like how in Never Take It, everyone was freaked out, but Tyler was just very, okay, yeah, this is a thing. And on the floor panel, Adam points out that they are Dima floorboards. Those circles are actually maps of Dima, so it is most likely a Dima sub. Then we see that 21 Pilots woke up and said, you know what the next music video needs? Murder! People drowning! So, everyone, it just cuts to the submarine flooding and everyone running, and just water is filling up the sub with people in it. It's a tragedy! And then we see Draco Malfoy singing Saturday, and of course this isn't Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. This is Tyler Joseph all wet from the water. And then Tyler goes underneath of the water as Josh Dunn continues to play within the drums. Now, things to note here is that there is some yellow tape in the background, and also Josh's drumsticks are yellow. Now, a lot of people seem to point out the drumsticks. However, I do think these are the production line drumsticks, and odds are they are currently working on size sticks. So if Josh had size sticks, you'll probably be using those, but for now, the yellow sticks. Video continues, and then we get to the best part, the part that just caught me excited. We cut to the top of the ship, and we see 6 hooded figures, and these are red hoods. We can assume that these are people at Dima, that these are bishops. Now, why are there only 6? Well, and also thank you to Dorachuk on Twitter, who originally pointed out the fact that there were 6 bishops to me. And then huge shout out to a user in the YouTube comment section, Epic Septic, who says, we know about Lesden, Sikarva, and Nico. What if it's the others? So every single other bishop, which means that during the Psy era, every bishop makes an appearance again, and this is where they take their form, hijacking the submarine. So that is the broken down, and it is super excited. I am super hyped up for it. And I have to agree with Clicky Spam on Twitter when they say, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this looks like it's gonna be their best music video. And if Dima Orc Updates is right by saying the Saturday music video will be the most lore-filled music video yet, I'm going to lose my mind. And just from the preview, it most likely, it's going to be, and I am super excited about all of this. And so excited. Now, I asked for theories. I've been looking at theories all day, so let's take a look and highlight a lot of them. Let's start off on YouTube. User Daniel Wolf says, oh my god, the 6 figures could also be the 6 clones we saw in the Shy Away video. Which, to take this even further, what if the forms of the 6 bishops were the 6 clones in the Shy Away music video? Like, what if Resto, Listo, every other bishop, including Keon's, they took the forms of Tyler and Josh? That would be absolutely crazy, but I would also love it. Nora says, I think the Saturday music video will release someday this year, to which, that was a bit of a stretch, I don't know. Definitely Carlos says, I put this on Reddit as well. Anyways, these are the symbols of sub in various websites. A submarine could be an indication that you need to reach the core or route the situation or problem in order to fix it. Submarine ship represents total self-control, persistence, and a strong will during times of uncertainty or negativity. Totally handling yourself or being able to sit on decisions for as long as they need when times are tough. Represents emotions. If you sail in with a submarine, this shows that about the journey you are feeling right now. Sometimes a situation will arise in your life forcing you to explore your feelings and forgotten ones. For the sake of discussion and spiritual fairness, could we give this some room for a new point of view, and could it be true that they aren't actually being controlled by Dima, acting secretly still trying to escape? Very interesting there. Now we go into an exchange on Twitter from Annie at FollowACD and Ava Great Fan Tava. So Annie starts, if the boat was docked with the mountains in the background, if the mountains represent Trench, maybe they thought they were traveling there, but it was hijacked by the bishops and the sub malfunctions. Like, if Trench really was right there, they should be partying because they probably thought they were free. Another failed escape. But what if this time Josh too? Alright, we're going to take a little risk with this next one because this comes from Anne on Twitter at SawAnimone at SAWAAYAMA. I may be reaching, but the little sounds and no chances kind of remind me like the distorted sounds on the Sonar submarines. And thank you Blurry Fets for tagging me in this post and letting me know at Blurry Fet Sai. So we're taking a risk. Here's the video. If not, I'm just going to summarize it up for you. And I'm actually getting things in real time from user Chemical on Twitter at CHM_CL that points out several things. The person in the water in the very front of the music video could maybe a bishop, because it does kind of look like they have a little hood on top. They also point out that there is a thing that looks like a mermaid tail. Maybe it's Ned. However, I'm going to die on this hill. Ned is in a different universe, and that is where I stand. This little guy is not in Dima, but then again, there's Ned's last stop, so I could be entirely wrong, but who knows? Now, of course, I personally think that it's a Megalodon, or Fish Tyler. Go follow Say on Twitter. And they also comment that the bishops at the very end of this teaser are in San Diego, but of course we see them not in San Diego midway through the video. So, and then I point out that bishop who was on the ship while the mountain scene was in the background, maybe they were just acting like crew. Maybe they were just there, and they were playing their hijack right before, right after they did their mountain shots sort of thing. New Era News puts those flower dresses, that red hair, the 70s vibes, the way she says saturation. Honestly, Sally Sakarver is a hottie. Nothing to do with the Saturday storyline, just throwing that out there. Kai of Anarchy at _Ireland provides 3 different theories. So, theory number 1, the submarine is how the bishops saturate their victims for brainwashing, where they are first feel like they're drowning until they're forced to learn how to breathe under the pressure and heaviness of their anxiety and insecurities. And Saturday is a shortening of Saturation Day, almost as if it's a regular occurrence or a holiday that keeps the people in Dima in check, which explains like why Tyler just looks all like this is a normal thing. Like, Tyler's gone through this day many times. Now he's just helping the bishops. Hey, everyone, you're invited to my submarine party. All right, do the thing, guys. So, who knows? Theory number 2, the bishops are vampires. It seems as if anytime the bishops are on the outside, they have their cloaks and hoods. The only time we ever saw the bishops without their hoods was in a live stream experience when Leston and Sakarver were in the arena for Good Day Dima. It will make sense that the bishops feed on Tyler and his insecurities, you know, suck the blood from Tyler, suck the insecurities out of him. Number 3, the Banditos are Clancy and Clancy is dead. In Scale Nicey music videos, there has been not a single Bandito seen, and there is possibility that Clancy's letters were from several Banditos. The only mention of the Bandito are the yellow tape that appears on Josh's sticks and the yellow X on the Saturday submarine. We also see that Josh's new drum set is part red and part yellow. Red is the color of the bishop's control, and yellow signifies the people of Trench breaking free. This music video would hint that the band is being saturated and taking control by the bishops, again, like a blurry face, as the Banditos can't help them now. This will segue the band into the next album era, and hope will arise, save the pilots and the Banditos, and defeat the bishops. Now let's take a look at one more theory, unless I get notified within the next 5 minutes before I end this video. This one actually comes from my email from user Ada Chopbach, and they say that this looks an awful lot like Poseidon's Adventure from 1972. Everything flips over and you have to climb out of the hull of the ship to escape. Up is down. To which, here's a couple things I got off of Google, admittedly. Here's the movie poster, and then here is just a couple screenshots of the actual movie, to which I can definitely see it. It's interesting if, you know, 21 Pilots doesn't want to do the whole, hey, let's just drown people. See if this is how people escape the ship. Now, of course, presumably the bishops don't want Tyler and Josh to drown. Definitely the bishops want Tyler and Josh for their own personal uses, especially Tyler. Especially Josh, because Josh has been eluding them for quite some time. And you know there's a lot of history just from the way that Josh and Nico looks at each other in the jumpsuit music video. And whoever told me that, please credit yourself down in the comment section. I read that somewhere off of Twitter. I read that in the YouTube comment section somewhere. If that was you who said it, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'll pin your comment, because I have to give credit where credit is due. But most likely, no, hopefully, No one's dying in this video. And Tyler and Josh make it out okay. Everyone on the ship makes it out okay. And the bishops take Tyler and Josh where they can, you know, not be submerged in water. I mean, I don't want to see Tyler and Josh go back to Dima, but I also don't want them to drown. No joke. Just got this in my Twitter notifications from Daniel Pierda saying, I think the bishops are trying to kill the pilots with the whole flooding thing, but they don't succeed. I think they'll succeed because at the end of the trailer, when we see them, they're kind of cleaning up, right? I don't know. At the beginning of the trailer, there's a hand and they leave me another thing underwater facing upwards. I'm suspecting that it's Tyler's hand after they've escaped the submarine. The promo picture shows them laying down the body in the water. I think that it's them washed up on some shore of some sort, escaping the bishops. Sorry if this is confusing. No, it's not confusing. It's hilarious because I literally just said, you heard me, that I don't think that they're going to kill, they don't want to kill them. You can't make this stuff up, and I absolutely love it. Last call for theories. Okay, we got one on YouTube from Shepard Perkins, who says, I just realized something. When the Choker was being released as a single, I noticed a marking on the thumbnail that said Psy 002. I naturally assumed that this meant it was the second song on the album, to which, yes, it was, which it is. Should have read ahead. But looking at the Saturday teaser, it says Psy 003. Saturday is the fifth song off the album. Then looking at the Shy Way, we see Psy 001. This could mean that Saturday is the final installment in the next Scale and Icy music video trilogy, similar to how Trench had a music video trilogy, of course, with Jumpsuit, Nico and the Niners, and then ending with Levitate. So yeah, this video could set up for the next album. To add to that, the Trench videos kind of clearly set up the Scale and Icy story because the final song in the trilogy, Tyler's getting dragged back to Dima without Josh, where he resides until Scale and Icy, meaning that whatever happens in this video could be the beginning of the new album storyline. It could be that the submarine is controlled by Dima and that Tyler is being forced in Josh to play in the Propaganda album on the sub while there is a party. The party members could be Dima citizens or higher ranking council members. Anyway, the submarine sinks and Tyler and Josh escape using Ned as a getaway driver because Ned is good at swimming. That is my theory. I would love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts is that Ned's not going to be in the video because Ned's not in the same universe. Again, this is the hill I'll die on. Yes, I know there's Ned's last stop. I just think that was an Easter egg that they put it because, hey, you know what? It's going to be fun to put that in. Much like how in the live stream experience, there was Saturday's paint shop as well as Rosie's shop. Other than that small thing with Ned, I definitely think that that this is a very sound theory. Now, I do believe that there are going to be more music videos to the album, much like how in Trench we had music videos for My Blood and the Hype. I think Bounce Man's going to get its own video, which is where we will see Ned next. That is no secret. And other than that, who knows what we're going to get after this. But I completely 100% agree with everything else that it is definitely most likely going to be the final music video of the Dima storyline, unless they want to do more. Make like a series of 4 music videos or 5 music videos, because they seem to do 5 music videos for every album. So who knows? But Shepard Perkins, like the idea. Alright, gonna do a last refresh on YouTube, last refresh of the email, and last refresh of Twitter. So far, it looks like we got nothing. Awesome. So we're going to end the video here. Of course, there's still going to be a lot of theories in regards to what is exactly going to happen in the Saturday music video. To which, if you have your own personal theory, let me know down in the comment section below. While you're down there, while you're scrolling down there, go into the description box and follow every single person who is mentioned in this video, because they are all great people. They are all fantastic, and I love them all. They're all super great. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go. It is 7 o'clock, which means it's almost time for some yoga. I love doing yoga. But anyway, guys, I really hope you have a good rest of your day out there today. I am so hyped, and what if they pull a whole switcheroo? Because you don't believe the hype, right? What if they're like, you know, they get you hyped up. It's just a cartoon stick figure drawing of Tyler and Josh. Low-key, would love that also. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. Goodbye, and good night, but more importantly, have a good day. I'll see you later. I got a video done before 8 p.m. That's weird.